What is this? Who is he?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. Please don't leave me.
The wrench slipped from my hand at exactly 2:17 in the morning, clattering across the concrete floor of my garage. The sound echoed in the pre-dawn stillness, but it wasn't the outboard motor I was fixing that made me lose my grip. It was the voice drifting from the bedroom window right above me. My wife, Leah, whispering to another man. Her voice was filled with a kind of breathless excitement I hadn't heard directed at me in years. Just then, her silhouette appeared in the window frame. "Nate," she called out, her voice sickly sweet. "You haven't stopped smiling since that call earlier. What's going on down there?" For 12 years, I'd loved that woman, believed in her, built a life with her. But tonight, looking up at her, something cold and hard settled deep inside my chest. I wiped the grease from my hands onto a rag, forced a smile into my voice, and called back up to her. "I'm thrilled, sweetheart. Just found out you're carrying his baby. And my lawyer just confirmed every piece of evidence I need to finalize our divorce. Best day of my life." There was a long, heavy silence, then a sharp crash. The sound of ceramic shattering against the floor. That was Leah's favorite mug. I should have felt something: rage, heartbreak, a sense of loss. Instead, all I felt was a profound sense of relief, because for weeks I'd already known the truth. It all started at Cassie's bar, the kind of place where fishermen drink and gossip travels faster than the tide coming in. Old Murphy, who can't keep his mouth shut after a few whiskeys, cornered me by the pool table. He slurred, "Your Leah's been spending a load of time at the law firm lately, with her boss Mark Pumper Grady." Pumper, a ridiculous nickname he'd earned in college for pumping iron. I laughed it off right there, clapped Murphy on the shoulder, and bought him another drink. But the seed was planted. And soon the signs became impossible to ignore. A hotel receipt stuffed deep into the pocket of her winter jacket. New, expensive lingerie that she clearly wasn't wearing for me. The way she de-rushed to the shower the second she walked in the door from a late night at the office, her excuses for being late changed faster than the weather. Then there were the whispers on the phone with her friend Gina, talking about getting a real workout with Mark. The breaking point came 3 nights ago. I was downstairs cleaning my tools and I heard her on the phone again, giggling. It was a real, genuine laugh, not the polite, hollow one she saved for me. "He's obsessed with fixing that stupid boat," she said, her voice dripping with mockery. Meanwhile, I'm getting my workout with Mark. And then came that laughter again. That was the exact moment my marriage died. When you're a marine engineer, you learn how to solve problems. You have to be methodical, patient, and when the time comes, you have to be decisive. So I started gathering evidence. My buddy Tommy, who's a cop, gave me some advice on how to do it all legally, making sure nothing could be thrown out. I started documenting everything. Photos of her car parked outside Mark's apartment building late at night. Credit card statements with charges for dinners I wasn't at and hotel rooms I'd never see. Phone logs showed dozens of calls and texts between them every single day. I even managed to get hotel check-in records under their names. And then I found the texts. Affectionate, intimate messages that left nothing to the imagination. The final piece of the puzzle fell into place with the pregnancy confirmation I found hidden in her desk drawer. A quick look at the conception date told me everything I needed to know. The baby wasn't mine. That was the moment my heart stopped breaking and started hardening into something else entirely. But fate wasn't done throwing me a lifeline. Because Mark's wife, Patricia, came home a week early from a business trip, she'd had her own suspicions. So I took a risk. I met her for coffee and laid out the photos on the table between us. Her tears of confusion quickly evaporated and her face turned to stone. "He always thought I was too weak to leave him," she said, her voice low and steady. "Let's show him how wrong he is." And just like that, I had an ally. Our first move was public humiliation. The next morning, Mark strutted onto the marina docks like he owned the place, dressed in a $1,000 suit that looked ridiculous surrounded by salt and diesel. He probably thought the ocean existed just to applaud his arrival. He walked right up to me, a smug look on his face. "Nate," he began, trying to sound reasonable. "Let's talk about this like adults." I just stared at him, keeping my voice calm, controlled. You mean adults who honor their marriage vows? Or adults who sleep with married women on so-called business trips? My voice carried. Cassie, who was swabbing her deck nearby, overheard. She dropped her mop and yelled, loud enough for half the marina to hear, "Well, if it isn't Pumper Grady, the town mascot for cheating lawyers." Mark's face went through several interesting shades of purple. I have to admit, I enjoyed every single one. He stammered something incoherent and practically ran back to his car. Phase 1 was a success. Phase 2 was a little more personal. Patricia gave me all the details I needed. Mark left for work at 7:30 every morning, like clockwork. And according to her, the lock on his third-floor apartment window was so flimsy a toddler could probably get it open. One morning I slipped inside. I wasn't there to steal anything. I was just there to rearrange things. To ruin the things he loved most. His prized collection of expensive, single-malt whiskey. I poured every last drop of the $500 bottles down his kitchen sink. His wall of college sports trophies? I took them down and carefully repositioned them in some very humiliating, very creative ways. And that framed photo of him and Leah, smiling on his nightstand, I took that with me, as a little souvenir. Before I left, I placed a small, neatly typed note on his pillow. It read, "Shouldn't leave things open. Anything could happen." A concerned neighbor. I wanted him to panic. I wanted him to feel that violation, that loss of control. He called the police, of course. But with no signs of forced entry and nothing of value technically stolen, they couldn't do much. But I knew it would gnaw at him. And that was good. Phase 3 was about destroying his career. And the best part was, I didn't even have to make anything up. With a little digging and some key information from a very motivated Patricia, it turned out Mark Grady wasn't just a cheater. He was a crooked lawyer. He'd been sabotaging cases, intentionally delaying hearings to rack up fees, skimming from client trust accounts, and getting a little too cozy with some shady real estate developers. All I had to do was share that information with the right people. I sent anonymous, detailed tips to the State Bar Association. I made a few untraceable calls to investigators who specialized in financial crimes. I even dropped a few quiet, concerned mentions to a couple of judges whose boats I regularly repaired. I was just a simple marine engineer, after all. What would I know about legal ethics? By the following Monday, the dominoes began to fall. Mark Grady was suspended pending a full investigation. His personal and professional assets were frozen. His firm immediately launched its own internal investigation to save its reputation. And to top it all off, Patricia filed for divorce that very same morning, using the evidence of his infidelity and financial crimes to her full advantage. In the span of a week, he lost his home, his money, and his reputation. And the beautiful part? He didn't suspect me for a second. He was too busy blaming a vast conspiracy of jealous rivals, so here I am. Standing in my garage, the smell of motor oil in the air. The shattered pieces of Leah's mug are probably still on the bedroom floor upstairs. I can hear her now, her voice frantic, confused, maybe crying, but I don't feel anger anymore. I don't feel sadness, I just feel quiet. I look at the old boat motor I've been working on for weeks. It's almost fixed. Soon I'll be able to take it out on the water, feel the sun on my face and the sea spray in the air. It's a clean slate, a new beginning. I pick up my wrench, my hand steady this time, and get back to work. The sun is coming up, and for the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to the day ahead. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever felt betrayed, know that you're not alone, and the best revenge is building a better life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.